Welcome to Behavior Breaks, presented by the Arkansas Behavior Support Specialist. I'm Nikita Rayno.
And I'm Allison Mears.
And today we're going to talk to you guys about the incredible 5-point scale created by Carrie Dunn-Buren and Mitzi Curtis. This book is a really great resource to use with this tool. So Allison, let's tell everyone, what is the incredible 5-point scale?
So the incredible 5-point scale is a great way to visually represent social behaviors like rules, expectations, things that are really abstract in a very concrete way.
So we may tell a student, hey, you seem anxious. And that word anxious is a bit of an abstract concept.
For sure.
But we can make it more concrete by helping these students identify how their body feels, what sounds they make, or even what thoughts they think. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on.
This tool is a great way for teachers, caregivers, parents to communicate and effectively speak the same language. So just like you were talking about earlier, the word concrete, we know many of our students with autism benefit from visuals. What other students do you think would benefit from this tool?
Definitely great for students with autism, but it can be used with students with varying abilities. It has been used in the general education population as well as SPED, and it can be used school-wide with small groups or with an individual student.
So that's what makes this tool a great inclusive practice tool. You can use it in not only the classroom, but in the cafeteria, in the hallway, even at home. So Nikita, we've talked about where it can be used. Let's talk about what skills it can be used with.
So this tool can be used to teach behavioral skills as well as social skills. So you can use it to teach students how to identify their emotions. You can use it to teach appropriate social interactions such as greetings, physical space, or appropriate touch. For those students with high energy, you can teach them how to control their body. It can also be used to teach volume levels for appropriate settings or situations.
So we've talked about who would benefit from this, where to use it, why to use it. Let's actually talk about how to build the scale.
Okay.
So the first step is to identify the behavior problem or whatever the student is struggling with.
And then step 2 is to identify the behavior or social skill to be addressed. So what do you want the student to do instead? And remember, I talked about earlier, you can use this tool to teach emotions or appropriate social interaction.
So now that you've identified what behavior you want to change and what you want the kid to do instead, you are going to build your scale. And when we build the scale, we can break it into 5 parts. Although there's nothing magical about 5 parts, some kids have even made a 15-point scale. It just seems like a 5-point scale is an easy number to work with. We want to make sure that we use the kid when we're building the scale though, if they're able.
Yes, definitely. And then the next step is you are going to teach your student how to use the scale. You can use a video, you can use a story, but this is going to be the teaching and modeling phase of building your 5-point scale.
Right, and then after that, all you have to do is practice. So we're gonna practice in real world situations.
Yeah, definitely. And then after practicing, you're just gonna make sure that you prompt the student to use the scale in those real life situations, whether it be in the classroom or in the cafeteria or whatever setting it's gonna be in.
So now let's take a look at a few examples discussed in the book. This first scale is the basic 5-point scale. You can see that it starts calm and relaxed as a 1, and 5 is I'm going to explode. Here's an example of a 5-point scale being used to help teach anger management. You can see the 3 columns, how I feel, how it looks, and what I can try to do. So on 5, I feel like I'm going to blow up, like a roaring lion. Here's how I look, and what can I try to do instead? Well, I can let an adult know that I am a 5 and I need to take a walk or talk. And then a 3, I feel a little nervous, like I'm in danger. Well, I could squeeze my stress ball, or I could do some 4-7-8 breathing. Now let's take a look at a blank template. You'll notice that there are only 2 columns, but you could add the feels like and the looks like into the same column. There are a ton of other templates and resources out there. you can be creative and make these your own.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really hope you enjoyed this behavior break today, and we really hope that you find the Incredible 5-Point Scale to be a beneficial tool to use with your students. And as always, for additional information and resources, please visit our website at arbss.org.